All right, friends, you know what time it is when you see Rocky and you hear that great music. It's time for afternoon walk and talk. Let's go do it. I'm getting a little bit of a late start, but it's okay. It's Sunday. Slept in today. Let me get my cameras flipped around here. And we'll get going. So here I am. Let me get my other around. Here I am. All right. Here we go. Let's pause that. Get my water bottle. Already got my my watch started. Let me turn off that stove. And let me get a strap for my water bottle. Where's my strap? There's my strap. And I am ready to go. So a little bit of a late start. What's that? I've been working this morning. So my crypto trading professor does a... Oh, you know what? Let me get my gloves. It's a little chilly out there. My crypto professor does like a 2 or 3 hour session on Sunday. So I've been watching him. Let me put my gloves on here. And he talks about everything. He talks about Bitcoin. He talks about the stock market. Talks about, earnings reports, pretty much everything. And it's the end of the month, so he talks about all the different indicators of where things are going in December. Okay, all set. And then I sent out a bunch of emails and SMS messages to my Legal Shield prospects and touch base with my team members and worked on photos from yesterday's photo shoot. Got those all ready to upload, process them, corrected the colors, corrected the exposures. So it's been a busy morning. I slept in because I stayed up late. But I got almost a solid 8 hours of sleep, which is good because normally during the week I only get about 5. Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe 6 or 7 sometimes. So the weekends are kind of a different schedule because I don't have to be somewhere at a specific time. Well, I do have a specific morning call on Saturday at 7 a.m. But that's pretty easy to make even without an alarm. So, gotta get it in my steps now. I did not walk last night because I was tired after yesterday's photo shoot. I still put in about 7,000 steps because I was running around a lot during my photo shoot. People don't realize how much effort it actually takes to do a photo shoot. It was just a 2-hour session, but there's a lot of mental work that goes into it, a lot of physical work that goes into it, managing the client, managing my process, making sure I'm creating some great shots. So people think, oh, you're just pushing a button. No, it's much more than that. And you wouldn't understand unless you did it. So I was kind of whooped yesterday when I got home. But I treated myself with my favorite Chinese dumpling and beef roll-up. Pretty much every time I do a photo shoot, I treat myself with that meal, because I don't feel like cooking after a photo shoot, and it's a good quality meal that I can count on. And morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm here.
All right.
It's Sunday.
That's right. So I force myself to only eat half so I can have the other half today when I'm done with my walk. So I get that to look forward to. And there's a kitty sitting on the sidewalk. Let me see if I can get a shot. Hey, kitty. What you doing? You want to be on Facebook? Huh? You want to be on Facebook? There you go. See yourself? No. You don't care? It's always scared of me. I don't know why. I never done anything to him. So I'm going to put in 3,000 plus steps. I bumped up my goal to 6,500 a day because I've been doing around 6,000. So bumped up my goal to 6,500. And right now I'm at 600. So I get about 800 to 900 per lap. So it's about 5 laps. So it's all good. And it is 12:58. So my next automated reminder, I sent out a batch reminder for the Legal Shield presentation tonight to about 200 plus, I think around 250. I added some more people to my list. So all the people I've been manually texting that responded in a positive way to wanting to learn more, I added all them to my automated follow-up. So now they'll be getting daily reminders to get on presentation. And so all those reminders went out around 10:30ish. And then they'll get another reminder at 3:45 that the Zoom presentation is starting in 15 minutes to jump on the call. So had some people interacting with my AI assistant from the last round of reminders. So yeah, the system's working, and I'm tweaking it, seeing how to best improve it. So my goal this week is to find potential business owners to add in to the mix, because right now I'm just targeting individuals that want to work from home. But my next phase is to target business owners for several different offers. One offer will be to update their Google profiles and SEO. So if you have a business website and you're not listed on Google, then I can help you get your business listed, get your rankings improved. I'm doing that for my own websites as well. Takes constant tweaking. So I can put you on a monthly retainer and work on your websites. Doesn't matter what kind of website you have, I can work with it. So one of the things I did last night was I asked some of my fellow students about my system that I was using. And it turns out I was doing it wrong. I mean, it was a system, and it was a pretty good system, actually. It was winning 70+%, but it wasn't the exact system that I got approved to use and do the 100 back tests. So I got to start over, and I started over last night after learning how to properly do the back test. So, that's what happens. You learn, you fail, you improve, and you move forward. So now I've got the correct way to mark up and diagram my back tests. So I did about 9 last night. And then I'm going to do, my goal is to do 30 today. Because I have to do 100. And I was already at like 20 something. And this new way is going to be a little bit easier. So I should be able to knock out 30 of them today, easy. Maybe even more. So that's what I'm going to do when I get back in. I'm going to work on that for a couple hours straight. Do my back testing. I don't particularly like this system as much as the last system. But we'll see. I've only done 9. But this is why you do back tests. This is why you create systems. To test how they perform. Got my water here with the methylene blue and the lime and the mineral hydration drink powder mix. So electrolytes, all that good stuff, trace minerals. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to have my dumplings and my beef roll up. And then I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I'll have to look in the freezer and see. Oh, I know what I got. I already have some ground beef that I cooked up. I'm gonna have some street tacos because I've got lettuce and tomato and cheese and picante sauce, avocados, so I can have some street tacos. I've got my corn tortillas. I already took a pack of those out of the freezer, defrosted them. So I get the big old family pack. It's like big. And I separate it all out into individual baggies. Put about, I don't know, a stack of like 6 or so in a bag and freeze it. It's pretty much what I do with everything because I shop at Sam's Club and I get family size of everything and I just divvy it out. It's a lot more cost effective. Although Sprouts has some great deals on meat. So sometimes throughout the week, I'll pop into Sprouts and see what kind of deals they have on meat. They usually have a buy one, get one, 50% off. Or they mark down stuff that's about to go out of date. I mean, it's still good. You know, it may have a day or 2 left on their sell-by date. So I either cook it immediately or I throw it in the freezer. I'm pretty much just a protein guy. I just eat protein. Either meat or lentils or peas or what else? Sometimes I'll stray off the proteins and have some bread. But usually I get the flourless sprouted bread. Hi. So Sprouts has these sprouted grains, Ezekiel breads. So I usually get the flourless because it's really the flour that is the bad part. Every time I eat too much bread, I can tell. Or carbs. Like the pasta. But every once in a while, I have some. Because, you just get a craving for pasta. It's good. Like the dumplings that I'm having, they have a flour, dough exterior. But it's all handmade. It's quality. They do the handmade pulled noodles. So those are really good too, but I avoid getting those because that's a lot of flour, a lot of dough. So the dumplings aren't. There's a little bit of flour, but it's not that bad. There's more stuffing than flour. And then my favorite, chili oil with vinegar and a little soy sauce, dipping sauce. Gotta have that. It's not the same without that. So that's kind of a reward that I reward myself with for working hard all week. Because I don't eat out regularly. A, it's too expensive. And B, the quality is usually not that good. Unless you go to a good place like I was just talking about. So, it's the last day of November. Next month, or tomorrow, is the start of the best month of the year, December, because it's my birth month, December 29th. I'll be the big 6-0. It's just another day, really. Doesn't really mean anything. Nothing's gonna change that much in 24 hours. I still think like a 30-year-old, basically. My body doesn't feel like it, but my brain still thinks like a 30-something-year-old. I'm just a little bit wiser. And I'm getting wiser every day. But there's a lot of struggling people out there. You know, people are struggling from week to week with their paychecks. I see it. I see it every day in the people that I message about Legal Shield. Like this one lady just messaged me. She actually said it. She said, yeah, me and my husband are struggling, but this seems like it's a legitimate thing. I was like, oh yeah, it's legitimate, but it requires work. Nothing's going to happen just because you became an associate. That's just the start of the journey. Because like any other business, you know, you got to work it. It's not going to happen overnight. But it's got a lot of positives that most businesses don't have. Like, you don't have to create anything. Like, you don't have to do anything to support the customer. You know, the attorneys take care of that. Legal Shield takes care of that. The product's already created. You don't have to create a product. You don't have to create offers. You don't have to create the website. You don't have to create the email campaigns. Although I'm taking it to the next level. But they've already got a system in place. So for a complete novice, everything's there. You just got to tap into it and use it, which I'm also doing. But, you know, I like to take things to the next level because I'm not the average bear. I like to push the limit. But yeah, and a lot of people are like this lady, you know, they may have 1, 2, 3 jobs, driving Uber, working a 9-to-5, having some little side business where they make stuff, try and sell it at a swap meet or something. And most of those are dead ends, right? Most day jobs are dead ends. Boss doesn't care about you. There's no future. That business may not be even around in a few years because of technology. Like Uber, right? If you're driving Uber, writing's on the wall. Your time is limited. Tesla and Google and all these other companies are going to have little AI shuttles running around. And you'll just tap your app and call up a shuttle and you'll jump in, which is great for like seniors that don't drive. You'll just be able to tap the app and call the shuttle. It'll come pick you up, take you where you want to go. But all those Uber drivers that were out there using their own car, nope. No more job for you. And those are typically people that they don't have any other choices, right? They can't get a job anywhere else. Either because they don't have the skills or nobody's hiring. And that's why Legal Shield is such a great opportunity for anyone. Like you don't need any experience. You don't need any history. Like you join up with someone like me that kind of knows the business, and I'll show you exactly what to do to be successful. It's not that difficult. So it's a great hedge against the future, because there's going to be less and less jobs in the future because of AI and because of big box and Amazon takeover, right? Less mom and pop shops, stores, restaurants, because they just can't compete. And, you know, if violence and crime is on the rise, then they can't afford their storefront to be burglarized or whatever, like mine was. You know, that impacts you. And then you just get this failure mindset and you give up on it. And you quit fighting. So people need an option. Legal Shield is a great option for people. But they got to deal with their mindset, because you got to have the right mindset. You got to have a business mindset. You got to be coachable. And that's one of the things that I'm learning in my crypto campus is the mindset. You know, we did an exercise where we flipped a coin 100 times. So do this. If you're watching this and you're hearing this, do this exercise. Take out a quarter or whatever you got. Doesn't really matter, but quarter is a good weight. And just flip it 100 times. And keep track on a piece of paper or on a digital note. Keep track of how many heads, how many tails you get. And then also keep track of your thinking as you're flipping it. Are you hoping for a heads? Are you hoping for a tails? What other thoughts are you having? Are you thinking, oh, I got heads 7 times in a row. It should be coming up a tails, right? So it's very much like trading, because if you're using a system, which is what the flipping is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you flip it, how high you flip it, if you let it hit the floor, if you let it hit the table, if you let it hit your hand. It just doesn't matter how you flip it. It's always going to come up about 50-50 statistically. Like, I think mine was 54 heads, 46 tails, and all the other people that posted theirs was right in the same range. There was one person that was outside of that range, and there's been studies done on this, so you can Google it or Chat GPT it or Grok it. But they've done studies on coin flipping, and it's always statistically the same. And there's one range that's kind of like maybe 30% of the time people will be in the 35% range. So they'll have 35 heads or tails, and then the other percent will be the opposite. But that's like the rare outsider. So that could be like in trading. Like you may have 70, 80% wins on a system that normally do 50 to 60% wins. So that's why we do the back testing to either prove or disprove our systems and how they perform. So let's get some more water. Okay, let's see where we're at. It's 125. Hey, we're at 3,500 steps. That's more than half of my goal. For the day. So I'm going to save the other half for later, after I eat dinner. So thanks for hanging out with me. Leave a comment so I know you watched. And I'm gonna go in and do some trading. I think I'll probably live stream it too. So if you're following me on Facebook, you can watch me do my back testing. Nice and warm in here. My professor's still going. This guy does so much content. Hours a day. Training us. And Rocky's still running. Let me... Go get it, Rocky. That's me. I'm like Rocky. All right, have a great day. See you later.